Now, listen, you guys. The Transformer is being accused of having a melting face, and it seems like she decided to respond to those allegations. At the same time, BET nominations are out. We're going to be discussing about the norms and everything related to the EBTs. And meanwhile, Bongo 2 and Asap Rocky are out there linking up, and people have got a lot to say about that. At the same time, we're also going to be discussing about Super Scent. People are speculating that she was throwing shade towards Bongo 2 when she was talking about a girl's girl and, how people pretend to be girls only when it's beneficial. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the Tea Plug. I trust you guys are doing well and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, let us talk about the Transformer and her melting face. You guys know that, well, she had a little interview with Vogue for Met Gala, and people could not help but notice that, well, something is offish with her face. It was looking a little bumpy, and like I said in my previous video, that is expected, honestly, when somebody goes under the knife several times. That is very normal, and I always say to people that surgery does look good on edited pictures, but oftentimes in person, somebody who has touched their face multiple times, it's not flattering at all. It's a myth when they tell you that money can buy you a face, any face that you want. It's not true, because it could never be the same as the real deal. So there are videos and pictures that are also still speculating of the Transformer when she was outside, and people are noticing that, well, something is wrong with her face. And when I honestly saw those pictures, I was like, are these real pictures? And I have to be honest with this one. There are pictures that are unedited. However, there are those that look touched. But I will also be honest enough to say that when I looked at, the so-called edited pictures and, those pictures that her fans were using to defend her by saying that, well, those ones are edited, these ones are not. To me, they pretty much looked the same. There was no change at all. It seems like it finally got to her, and she decided to address that. Again, this is the difference between the Transformer and a lot of other celebrities. She is so desperate to prove that she's pretty, she's a fashion girly, she's this, she's that. And to be honest, she's not the first celebrity to have her pictures edited. I mean, her fans edit Nicki Minaj all the time. I remember there was a Nicki Minaj Met Gala photo that I saw, and clearly her fans were editing it. But because Nicki knows that she looks pretty in real life, she looks pretty on Getty Images, she really does not find the need to go out of her way to try and address and prove that, oh, well, actually, I look good, because she knows that, well, whether you like her or not, you're still going to acknowledge that she looks amazing. But the same cannot be said by the Transformer. So each time people come for her, guess what she does? She comes back with, to counter those claims with heavily face-tuned pictures. And I'm like, it has to be pathetic, living a life of trying to prove to people that, in fact, I'm actually pretty. But anyway, this is what she wrote. She said, am I really that bad of a bee that y'all always gotta edit my pictures to fake try to humble me with insults on this app? Anyways, no filter, no makeup, just me and this wig I had on for days. Thank you. And I'm like, baby, you are not the first celebrity to get edited. I mean, if Nicki cried every time that your fans were out here editing her pictures, I mean, the timeline would be full of Nicki tweeting and crying about it. So honestly, I think it's time to just move on. Let it go. If you know that you're pretty in real life, I mean, there is no point to try. There is no reason for you to try and prove that point. But that being said, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about this. Do you think that, well, she is the only celebrity that is getting edited? And do you think that it's also just a sign of self-esteem that actually might be low, that's making her go out of her way to try and explain herself to strangers on the internet? Now, speaking about artists that get attacked on Twitter and stuff like that, let us talk about Nicki Minaj. It seems like lately there is a new word that they have chosen to describe Nicki Minaj. They cannot call her ugly, they cannot call her untalented, they cannot call her all of these names that they used to call her in the past, because she cannot they cannot even call her like a flop, because I mean Pink Friday 2 came in and debunked that. They cannot call her washed because, well, guess what? She's popping way more than these new female rappers. They cannot call her old because she looks younger than a lot of these female rappers. So they have to look for something new. And it seems like the new word that they are throwing around to describe Nicki Minaj is evil. And I've seen that word gain momentum soon after the Met Gala, because I guess Nikki came out there, did her thing, looked absolutely beautiful. And even they could not help but acknowledge that she is such a beautiful woman and she slayed the red carpet. So they have to look for, a reason to say we still don't like her because of that. They're trying to justify their hate for Nicki Minaj now. And now they are calling her evil. And I'm like, what evil did she do? I saw another person commenting to say that, well, if she looks pretty, it's just that she's so evil. And I'm like, you can just say she looks pretty and move on with your life, okay? You don't have to look for a butt all the time. It's okay to acknowledge that, well, actually, she looks good. The whole, oh my God, if she wasn't evil, she would be so pretty. She's still pretty. And when you ask them what exactly did she do that is evil, they've got absolutely nothing to say about that. Anyway, moving on to the next thing that we are going to be talking about, let us talk about the nominations, the EBT nominations. It seems like Doechii and Cousin Sloth are out there doing their thing when it comes to the noms. It is actually being reported that Doechii and Cousin Sloth are the most nominated female rappers for the 2025 EBT Awards, and they both have 6 nominations. Now, I will say that I'm not mad at Cousin Sloth getting these nominations, because the past year she has been putting in the work. If you ask me, she was even way more popping than Doechii. So honestly, to see her being nominated like this, I'm not mad at that. For once, EBT got it correctly. Now when it comes to Doechii, what do I think? Well, I wouldn't be surprised if the EBT gives Doechii a lot of awards. I mean, they are probably going to be using the logic that, well, since she already won a Grammy, we might as well give her an EBT award. And I mean, you know how EBTs are. They are so wishy-washy. They are so flip-floppy. So I can see them, giving Doechii a lot of those awards just by virtue of her having a Grammy. Now, some of the nominations that she's gotten, she got Best Female Hip Hop Artist, Album of the Year for Alligator Bites, Never Heal, Best Collaboration with, Jetavia, Alter Ego. I think Alter Ego is a pretty cool song. Video of the Year, Denial is a River. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that, video wins an award, because, I mean, it was literally being forced down our throats on YouTube. Like, everywhere you would go. I remember there was a time when each time I'd open my YouTube, there's an alligator on my screen. And I'm like, who requested for this? Seriously. And there's also Viewers Choice Award, and it's for Denial is a River as well. So I'm not gonna be surprised if that song wins it. We had no option but to gobble that song, that video down our throats. Moving on to Cousin Sloth, she has 6 nominations as well. Album of the Year, Glorious. Best Collaboration, Sticky. I don't know about Sticky, you guys. Best Female Hip Hop Artist. And then the gospel one for the song that she has with Kirk Franklin, and then Viewers Choice Award, TGIF. I could see that happening. I mean, TGIF was a moment, and Rihanna did help with the co-sign, and then BET Hair for In My Bag with Flow. So yeah, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about the EBT Awards. Now, moving on to the next category that we're going to be discussing at the EBTs. Let us talk about the nominees for the Best Female Hip Hop Artist for the 2025 EBTs. We have The Transformer, we have Doechii, Doja Cat, Cousin Sloth, Lottery Ticket, Bongo 2, Nicki Minaj, Rhapsody, Miss Red, and I won't be surprised if this goes to Doechii. Like I told you, the BETs are sheep. They follow whatever the scammers do. So I expect that to be actually Doechii. But let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about the EBTs. Are you going to be tuning in, or are you like me? Well, we'll just hear the results. I really don't care to watch them because, I mean, all the people that used to go there that actually met her no longer go there at all. Moving on to the next thing that we are going to be talking about. We are going to be talking about Bongo 2. It seems like Bongo 2 decided to link up with ASAP Rocky at his after party. And you guys do know that, well, ASAP was a co-coordinator of the Met Gala. And so after that, he decided to host some people. And the host was out there taking pictures with ASAP. And people were like, Rihanna, hide your men, because that horse is definitely coming for your men. And don't worry, it's not coming in to stamp on your men, but actually to climb your men, allegedly. And other people took that as an opportunity to say that, well, it seems like ASAP Rocky and Bongo 2 don't have issues. You guys like to lie to say that they have issues. You guys like to say that Rihanna doesn't like Bongo 2, but look at her taking pictures with ASAP Rocky. It must mean that Rihanna has given an okay to that. And I'm like, I don't think so. ASAP was the host and he was going to be taking pictures with, you know, all the people that attended his party. And I mean, they are both also affiliated with Fraudulent Nation. So I don't really think that, well, they had an option. Even if they didn't like each other, they had to be taking pictures together because Jay-Z wants that. Allegedly. Of course, I'm just kidding. Anyway, moving on to the next thing that we are going to be talking about. We're going to talk about Super Scent, okay? It seems like Super Scent is seeing right through the BS. She's out there basically talking about how other girls are out there using other girlies, claiming to be girls, claiming to be, you know, this caring, and they only do this when they have something to benefit from the person that they are trying to claim to be friends with. And of course, people started speculating that this applies to Bongo 2, because you know that Bongo 2 likes to label herself as a ghost girl, but she is a ghost girl only when it's convenient. And I hate to say this, but I told you so on this channel. More people are finally picking up that, well, some girls are users that hide behind girls. And so let me just insert what Super Scent had to say, and then I'll catch you guys after that.
Girl is somebody that will get along with any girl. This girl does not, I don't care how many kids you got. I don't care about your upbringing. I just care about your aura. That's right here in front of me. What's right here in front of me is the only thing I care about. What I see right here, your aura, how you talk to me, are you respectful? Are you nice? Are you kind? Do you have good energy? That's all I care about. What's right here in my face. I don't care about your past. I don't care about your present. I don't care about your future. What I care about is this next, if I'm gonna spend this next hour with you, I just care about right here. That's it, right? A fake girl's girl is somebody that's only want to be a girl's girl with somebody that could benefit them. Like, imagine you being okay with holding a conversation with me, but you wouldn't hold a conversation with this woman that works in the post office. You ain't no fucking girl. You're a user. You only want to be a girl's girl to somebody that could benefit you. You only want to be a girl's girl to somebody that it looks good if you in that circle. So now you feel like you I'm nice, I'm a girl's girl. You're a user. And if you are, it's okay, because they have some people that is okay with saying, I only want to be in circles that will uplift me. I only want to be in circles that will mean something. And I get that, because there are people like that. I get that. But that don't make you a girl's girl. That make you an opportunist. That's what it make you. And if you are, be proud of it. Be a proud opportunist. Be proud to only want to hop in a circle when it looks good for you, and then you're going to hop out and hop to the next circle that's better than that circle. If you're an opportunist, that's okay. They got some people that's doing great in life because they're opportunists, and that's fine. But don't act like you're a girl's girl. You're not a girl's girl. You're not. Because a girl's girl is going to be friendly to the bartender, is on stage hosting, the celebrity that's performing. That a girl's girl is going to be cool with everybody in the. That's me. That's me. An opportunist only want to talk to the. They got booked to be there. That's opportunist. Learn your place. I don't personally think being an opportunist is fake. If you stand on it, which fake is them denying it and acting like they're not an opportunist. That's when they become fake. I don't care.
Well, there you heard that, you guys. Now, the last thing that we are going to be talking about, Academics is still making think pieces about the comeback of Drake. He feels like when Drake comes back, he's going to be addressing fake friends and all of these things. I don't know if it's Drake himself who gave him that information, but if I were Academics, I wouldn't still be trusting that man after that man went ahead and fed you, fake news. Because if you're going to be my friend, if you're going to be my, somebody that I ride hard for, you cannot feed me false information that would make me look crazy. But not when it comes to Academics. Academics does not care. As long as he's getting the Drake attention, that's all he cares for. That's all he wants. As long as he can say, I was just talking to Drake on the phone, it's good enough for him. But anyway, I will insert what he had to say. But I don't think that I'm going to be coming back. So that being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. And until my next one, see you.
Because he's in that mode right now. Brother, I'm telling you, I see them the other.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, and even y'all gonna say I'm biased, and probably I am. Shit, every conversation I've had with Drake is basically say, yo, act. When he said to me, my time to talk soon come, or is like, yo, my talk soon come. That's the direct quote. Yo, he's gonna be popping his shit about everything. It's not necessarily just the battle. He's gonna be popping this shit about people who was hoping he was out of here, and obviously he has one of the contenders for album of the year with some sexy songs for you. But this next solo album, which is gonna be a hip hop album. And when I mean hip hop album, I don't mean like he's just rapping everything, but it's gonna be. If you ask me, I'm expecting a Scorpion type album. I love when artists back to the wall. They usually produce the best results because they know they can't slack. They can't mail it in. This might be the thing that completely ends them, or is going to make people start forgiving them, or might make people even love them more. So I like when Drake is in this mode. By the way, I like when mad artists are in this mode. As much as me and Meek might not be the best of friends, when Drake was like, if y'all listen to any of them freestyles when he dropped in, bro, he was cutting up. A lot of people ain't want to hear, but he was cutting up. He was rapping like his life depended on it. Like, it looked like he was trying to rap his way out of a cell. Like, I mean, he was dropping them 4-for-4s at that time. That's where one of my favorite songs with Meek, Pray For Him, came from. That nigga was doing freestyles. He did some freestyles to like the Panda freestyle and other shit. Like, and even some shit for Future, and even Summer 16 freestyle. Meek was going crazy. Sometimes you got to put an artist, especially a veteran artist, back against the wall. How do you put them back against the wall when they're richest? Well, it's clear right now Drake's legacy is threatened. And it's not threatened because he's not, in the sense of, we all know he's the greatest hip-hop artist, or not hip-hop, sorry, that's Kanye, the greatest rapper of all time. But I'm pretty sure he doesn't want it to go down in his legacy that his reign at the top or his dominance stopped when people thought Kendrick might have edged him out in a battle. No, so he's trying to drop some shit to like, bruh, I got another 10 if I want to. Here's a parallel with him and LeBron. And by the way, you can check out how he's betting. He bet against LeBron. He think LeBron is finished. He think he got 10 more. Now, this is my words, not his. Shit. He's determined to prove to people that, yo, not only is he the greatest rapper, but he won't ever be pushed out the game until he voluntarily leaves. And he knows very well right now, people want to hear what he got to say. Is he going to have that chip on his shoulder? How is he going to pop shit? Is he going to really get everybody back on his side? Is he going to make all them hits that he's always done? Is he going to be, you know, like, I'm going to be honest. I think Kendrick took the #1 spot for a year. Not Like Us dropped. It's about the anniversary for the last year, hip-hop wise. I don't think artist wise, because again, Kendrick don't do R&B. Kendrick don't do R&B. Kendrick's not, I mean, technically he is pop, but Drake has a couple more facets. But within hip-hop, there's only 2 years Kendrick ever overtook Drake. And I'm a Drake fan, but I have to be honest. 2017, I think he passed Drake hip-hop, and I think he passed Drake in 2024 to 2025. That's it. So say 2024 and 2024 and 2017. Keep in mind, Kendrick been out since like 2011. Every year it's been Drake. 2017, Kendrick. Drake. And then 2024, Kendrick. Hey, Kendrick ain't never had 2 years where he was running shit. This is where Drake got to go. You know, you got to put your big boy pants on. You gonna let Kendrick really pop that shit? Think he? Because yeah, he got his shit off for 1 year, but shit, in 2 years is he gonna still be performing Not Like Us? You're gonna be performing new songs. So Drake has the opportunity to wrestle back the throne, and even if that looks bad on his legacy, where people are like, well, we'll still give that Kendrick beat you in a battle. Fuck it. But who's gonna be the most successful artist? Who's going to have the culture in the palm of their hands? Who's going to be the person who's dictating the sound, the tempo, what people are listening to, song of the summer, all that type of shit? I think that's where Drake has a chip on his shoulder. Now, here's the thing, though, I will say, too. I don't believe Drake's next album is going to be like Kendrick, like, oh, whatever. I think he got a lot bigger fish to fry. I think he has relationships to address. I think he has people who he felt turned on him, whether it's the LeBrons of this world or other people who he felt like he was kind of cool with. But he realized that he had a lot of fake relationships. At the very moment they thought it was done, he was kicking his back in. I don't think he wants to engage again with Kendrick. Not because he's scared or nothing like that. It's just like he's seen. That's written. It's already written how people are going to view that. Kendrick could, you know, call him a PDF, and people are like, this is crazy, or this is hot, and he say one thing about Kendrick, you know. So we don't have to litigate that again. But I don't think his new album is going to be mostly about Kendrick. I think it's going to be about the sentiment of what people do to you when they feel you're done. And I think that's where he would be able to get the most amount of support, because everybody